Hello everyone, welcome to another one of my Leetcode videos. In this one we'll do today's daily challenge, Leetcode 2359, find closest node to given two nodes. So basically we're given a directed graph where we're guaranteed each node only has one outgoing edge, so there can only be one way you can go from a certain node. However, a node could have multiple incoming edges, so that's valid. And note that this graph can contain cycles. And so what we have to find is we're given two nodes in this type of graph, and we have to find the node that can be reached from both the nodes such that the maximum distance from node 1 to that node and from node 2 to that node is minimized, right? So for example, in this case, if we look at node 1, we can reach 2 and 3. If we look at node 0, we can reach 2 and 3. And so if the maximum distance has to be minimized, then 2 is the common node. And if there are multiple answers where it's the same maximum distance, then we return the node with the smallest index. So don't be too overwhelmed with these requirements. Let's kind of sketch out our approach, and then we'll figure out that it's pretty simple to satisfy all of them. So our approach is basically going to be kind of like a lowest common ancestor solution where we traverse the path until we find something common, right? So let's say we had a graph something like this, and so we have our array here which represents the edges. So from 0 you can go to 1, 2, 4, 3, and then 5 goes to 4, which goes to 3, right? So this array represents, from each node where's the outgoing edge. And let's say our two nodes are going to be this node over here and this node over here. So if we trace the path from here, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And we can't go back here because we've already been here. It's a cycle. So we'll keep track of where we've been and we won't be able to go back here. And then if we trace the path from this node, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then here we've already been here before, so we're not going to go back here. So if you notice, the node number 4 takes 3 steps from the node 0 and 1 step from the node 5, right? And similarly, this node also, it takes 1 step from node 0 and 1, 2, 3 steps from node 5, right? And so both of these nodes are common nodes where the maximum distance is minimized, right? This one takes 3 steps, this one takes 3 steps as well. But since we want the smaller of the two, we'll return 1 as our answer, right? So basically what we'll do is we'll keep track of the paths in a set one by one starting from both nodes, and we'll check if we've seen this node in the path of the other node, right? If we haven't yet seen it, we'll keep going. And then the first time we've seen something, that means we'll hit a max number, right? Where it's present in both the nodes, right? So the first time we see something, we'll just return it. That will minimize the maximum. But then if on the steps we've seen the same thing from both places at the same time, because here if you notice, the third time the path 1 will see a common node, and the third time the path 2 will also see a common node on its third step, right? So if we see a common node on the same step iteration, we'll pick the smaller one and return that instead. So yeah, let's go ahead and code this and see how it does. So we'll start by instantiating a set to keep track of the paths of both of the nodes. And so next we'll keep a tracker node that will track the path from node 1 and from node 2. So we'll say node 1 tracker equals node 1, and a similar tracker we'll have for node 2 that will keep track of the path for node 2. And so then we'll do our while loop. So since we end at -1, what we'll say is while n1 tracker is not -1 or n2 tracker is not -1, right? So we want to finish both of the paths, right? Because we could have one path that's really small and another path that's really long, and then they intersect. So we could have that case. So we need to make sure both tracks are completed in the worst case, right? And obviously at the end, if we don't find any solution from the loop, we'll return -1, meaning both paths ended and there was no common node, right? So now let's just go and say if n1 tracker not equal to null, meaning if the n1 path has not yet finished, right? Not equal to -1, sorry. Then we'll basically process n1, and we'll do a similar if condition for n2. So if n2 tracker has not finished, we'll process n2. And so first what we'll do is we'll add it to the path, right? So now that we've added it to the path, the next thing we need to do is advance the tracker, right? So we'll say n1 tracker equals edges at n1 tracker, because that will tell us the next node. However, if this n1 tracker is already something that we've seen before, but if it's a cycle, then we want to also stop, right? So if node1 path dot contains n1 tracker, meaning if we've already seen this before in our path, then we just instruct it to set n1 tracker to -1, so that we stop processing n1, right? And similarly, we'll do the same for n2 tracker. So I've done the same thing for n2 tracker, where we advance the tracker and then we check if it's already in the path that we've seen before. We set it to -1, instructing it to stop. Now, the next thing we want to do is obviously check for the common node, right? So here, before we add it, we can just check, okay, if node2 path contains this current n1 tracker, that means we've seen this in the node2 path before, then here we can add it to our results. If over here we see that node1 path contains the n2 tracker, then we also add it to the result. So we want to keep track of a result here, which we can just set to -1 initially, and here we can say that, okay, or we can set this to integer.max value, right? So that when we take the min, it's easy. So here we can say if we find it n1 in node2 path, we can set result equals to n1 tracker. That means we found the common node. And over here, we'll set result to math.min of result and n1 tracker, right? So if we didn't find a result here, it will use max value and just set it to n2 tracker. And if we found a result here, it will take the minimum of the two, because we want to return the smallest index, right? And at the end over here inside the while loop, if result is not equal to integer max value, right, then we return our result, because we found that means we found a common node. And obviously, if we finish both paths and we don't find anything, we'll return -1. So let's run this and see how this does. Compile error, should be singular tracker. Same thing for n2. All right, accepted. Let's submit. Perfect. Now this is a bit slow, so I did actually try and optimize this a little bit. And basically what I did is, instead of having a set, I used a Boolean array to signify if we've seen this before or not, with the length edges.length +1. And whenever I access the array, I do tracker +1, so that the -1 index holds the 0 position in the array, right? So if this becomes -1, then this just checks out. Yeah, that's just a small optimization in case you are wondering how to get this to 100%. All right, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.